Hello, hello, welcome back to Envy Soapworks. Thank you so much for stopping in to make a batch of soap with me. I am so excited to be soaping right now. It has been 3 long weeks since I've made a batch of cold process soap. That's just way too long for me to go, so I've really missed it. And like I said, I'm super excited to be making soap. What I'm going to do today is just a straight up essential oil lavender lavender soap, and I'm really excited about it because I've been on a lavender kick lately, and I wanted to do a lavender soap. So here I have this really beautiful violet purple. This is Micah's and More. Such a pretty purple. And then I have a lighter, almost silvery kind of purple, and this is a mix of about 3 different micas from a bunch of different companies, so I don't even know what I mixed in there. And then this is blue-green mica. This is Micah's and More, and I just wanted kind of just like I said, bluish green for this soap to go with that purple. I thought that would be really pretty. I do want my soap base to be really white, and I want to have a lot of white, and I'm going to have the slightest touch, and I mean slightest touch of black. This is activated charcoal, and I made way too much, but I just need a little bit of that. So I want mostly the soap to be white with just little wispy bits of color, and then I'm going to hanger swirl that in my tall and skinny mold. So hopefully that is going to look very nice. I think the black and white is a really classy combination, especially for lavender, so I'm excited about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my lye in here. I've already got my additives blended up, my clay and goat milk and all that, so I'm going to go ahead and get this blended up in here. And then my batch today is just my normal recipe. It's olive, palm, coconut, avocado, babassu oil, argan oil, shea butter, castor. I think that's everything. I don't think I left anything out. So that is my favorite recipe that I use most often. And so I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut milk that I have here when I get, once this is starting to get emulsified. And I'm really struggling here. I'm trying to debate whether I want to put, I have lavender buds, and I really love them. They smell so nice, and they're just, it's a lavender soap. I want to use lavender buds, but I detest the way that they drag through the soap when you cut it. So I want to put it inside the soap, but I don't know. I think I might just put it on the top. So let me get this blended up now. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and just add my essential oil straight into the whole entire batch. Just because I know how it behaves, and it doesn't accelerate. It behaves really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in now. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I was not always a fan of lavender. There was a time where I really actually didn't like it at all, and now I'm really quite a lavender fan. But yeah, for a long time, I didn't like it. And I didn't know why people liked lavender so much, because I just thought it stunk. But now I smell it, and it's just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful fragrance. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this another blast here, just to kind of make sure that the essential oil is completely incorporated. beautiful. Smells so good. Smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, after I get this kind of cleaned off, I'm going to go ahead and get my cups and get my batter split off for the colors here, and I'm going to whiten my base. And then we will get to pouring this. Alrighty, everybody, so I have everything mixed up here and blended in. If you're a lavender fan, you know what kind of heaven I'm in right now, because this smells fantastic. Oh, I'm just like, my whole room just is full of this, you know, beautiful lavender scent. So I am happy with the way these colors look. I think it's going to be really, really pretty, especially with a lot of white like I have planned here. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this going because my soap is getting a little bit thick. So that's okay. It's not getting too thick. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get in a good base of my white. And I'm going to kind of do this this same way. I did a soap recently. It was, I think, the Mandarin Oak soap. I used one of my very most favorite techniques where, you know, I kind of stripe down the side and then do a hanger swirl, and you just get the neatest, just really, really neat swirls that way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that same concept here, and we will see what we get. Okay. Alright, so let me get this going before I get too thick to get a good pour. So I'm just going to go and do little stripes here down the side. You guys have seen me do this, I'm sure, you know, many a times. The thing that I like most about this is you can do this technique many a times and you will never ever once get the same pattern, the same swirls. That is the beauty of soap. Okay, everybody, so I am ready to go ahead and do my hanger swirl here. Get this over, and we'll turn this around because most of my striping is on this side. So that's where I want to do my swirl. Let me make sure this is still filming. My battery's getting low, I see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go down to the bottom, and I'm just going to start doing some circles, and then up top, and then kind of do some stuff right down the middle and up and up. So we will see what that gives me. I just go willy-nilly. I don't sit there and think about it and plan it. I just swirl, and wherever my hands take me is, you know, is what I'm going to get. So normally I am quite happy with the way my swirls turn out. So it's not too bad of a plan. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my soap on here. It behaved really well. It accelerated, you know, just a little bit, thickened up just a tiny bit, but not, it didn't continue accelerating. It stayed a nice, you know, creamy and very workable consistency. I wasn't able to pour as thinly as I, you know, wanted, but that's, you know, that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part as I scrape and scrape and scrape, because this is very, very time consuming, and I don't want you guys to get bored. Down here in the mold, and I am loving these colors. I'm really happy with the way that this kind of like brown, or not brown, but this like kind of grayish silvery purple turned out. I think it's so pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty with that black and the white and everything. So what I'm going to do here is I really know that if I put these lavender buds on the top, that I'm going to hate it when it's time to cut, because those lavender buds are going to be dragging through the soap. But I feel like I can't make a lavender soap without lavender on top. So what I'm going to do is just do my little textured top here, and I will go ahead and get you know what? I'm not going to do a textured top. I'm not going to like the way that looks. Let me get a little sticky here, and we'll do this. I know myself, I'm not going to like a textured top on this. I'll do a texture, but in a different way. I just like to kind of twirl it and bring it in the middle like this. Kind of losing my green by doing that, but maybe I can kind of bring some more up somehow. So let me just get this cleaned up a little bit more. Oh no, I just knocked my lavender buds over. Poop! And I'm not going to go overboard with it. I just want a little bit. I don't want these to drag through my soap like crazy bad. But I want there to be enough on there to look like a lavender soap. And not completely hide my top. Alright, everybody, and there you have it. This is my lavender soap. Let me get you a little bit closer so you can see. I think it's very pretty. I love the colors, and I love the lavender buds too. It's just so classic. So tomorrow when I give this a cut, I will bring you guys along. See you in a sec. Well, hello everybody. We're back the very next day and I'm getting ready to cut into my lavender soap. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. The colors are exactly what I had planned and envisioned, especially this green color. It's absolutely perfect. And I love the two different purples that I got here, and I'm very happy with the way the top looks, and using the lavender buds I think is a nice touch for any lavender soap. They're just such a pain in the butt when you go to cut it and they drag through the soap really bad. So hopefully I don't have too much of an issue with regards to that the lavender buds dragging. So with this one I just did a simple, striping down one side for the most part, and then I used a wire hanger to get some swirls in there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and see. Now I know that I ended up using more black, and I always do that. I wanted just the smallest hint of black, but I know that I ended up using more than I had intended, so hopefully that didn't destroy kind of the look and feeling that I wanted. I wanted, like an elegant look for this. So let's take a peek and see what we got. Ooh, that's really neat. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just inspecting a pretty bad drag right there. But the soap is actually really soft right now, so I can easily just smooth any drag marks right out. Now this is just the first cut, and I think I'm going to be very happy with the swirl if they look anything like this. They tend to get a little bit more cleaner as you go into the loaf a little more. No, I just dinged that up. This soap is extremely soft. I really should have waited another day to unmold and cut this, but I was just really curious to find out what I got, and I'm really happy with that. Look at how pretty. Yay! I really like that. And you know what? The black is not, it doesn't have a huge presence in the soap. It's very minimal so far. So that I am very, very happy with. So nice. The swirl isn't exactly what I was going for, but I can definitely live with it. I like the way it looks. I think it is really, really pretty. So for some reason, this soap was really hard to get out of the mold, very sticky. I had to put it in the freezer, and it really just did not want to come out. I'm going to kind of try to brush away some of the lavender buds that are right in the path of the wire, just so there's less chance of dragging. Oh, I really like it. How pretty. I love this pattern. I think that's really neat. And I even like up here, this top, the way the top looks. And I like that there's a lot of white in this one. That's one thing that was really, really something that I wanted, was there to be lots and lots of white with less color than I normally do. I had to really pay attention to what I was doing, because I always pour off way too much for my colors. So this time I was careful, and I did use a lot less, and I can definitely tell in the design of the soap that I didn't go as overboard as I normally do. Ooh, this is a neat one. Ooh, I like it. I love that. This almost kind of looks like a butterfly to me, a little bit. Let me put a couple of pieces together and see what it looks like. Let's see. Those aren't the right pieces. Are these the right pieces? Pretty pattern. It's not a butterfly, but it sure is a pretty pattern. Look at that. Ooh, I like it. And this smells really, really good. It's been a really long time since I've made just a straight lavender soap, especially in a cold process. I normally do my essential soaps hot process, but I did this one in cold, and I'm really excited to use it. Like I said, I've been kind of on a lavender kick lately, and this smells so clean and refreshing. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think that pattern is really pretty. Okay. These little buds. So far I haven't had too much dragging. There's a few bars that I'm going to have to smooth out, but for the most part it's not interfering too much with the cut. Oh, let me get this close so you guys can see the swirl. I really like the way that that has turned out. That is a pretty pattern. This soap is so sticky, my hands are just totally messy. But this has got to be one of my most favorite techniques. This striping down the side and then using a skinny hanger to kind of swirl like in a butterfly swirl type fashion. That always, you just can't go wrong. I always get a neat swirl and really interesting patterns when I do it that way. There's a big drag mark in this one, but if I go across it like this, it smooths right out because this is super wet still. Oh man, this one smells so lovely. And it behaved really good too. I've never had a problem with lavender essential oil causing any issues in soap. I know some people have said that, but I've always had a really good experience with lavender. So this is my last bar of lavender with another huge gouge in it. And the top. So now you know why I was really debating about putting lavender in or on the soap, and that's just because of the dragging. I just can't stand that. That is just so annoying to me. Alright, you guys, I am really pleased with this soap all around. I love the way it looks. It smells absolutely fabulous, and I'm happy with the overall design. So, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will catch you on the next video. Bye!